Hello and welcome to Council Action. I'm Russell Inman, and joining us tonight from Ward 8 is Councilman Mark Schmidt. Now, you're kind of a special appearance tonight because this is supposed to be Tim Jones's night, but you know what? We don't feel sorry for him.
Oh no, I don't.
Because he's in a very warm place right now.
Yes, he is. He took a trip down to the Dominican Republic for a week, I think. So
lucky guy, and he scheduled this just right.
Yeah, there you go. I'm it.
And we had a very fast meeting tonight.
We did. It was a quick meeting.
So
there wasn't a whole lot on the agenda, so.
That was nice of the council not to plan a lot while he was on vacation.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
Well, we had hearing from citizens. We had a couple individuals come up to talk a little bit about the state. You want to just explain?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll try. I'm not quite sure didn't quite gather everything they were trying to say, but it's something to do with the Convention of States. It's the states' right in order to do amendments to the Constitution as states, and I think they need 34 of them to sign this decree, and then they can submit amendments to the U.S. Constitution. And that's about as far as I can go with it because I don't want to get more involved with it. That's about all I know. They did, there is a Convention of States website, and I think that's just what it is, conventionofstates.com. So if anybody would like more information on that or try to get into it a little bit more, I'm sure they're more than welcome.
Yeah.
But they did come up and they gave us some paperwork and some pamphlets on it and tried to explain it in their 3 minutes, which is always tough to do much of anything in 3 minutes.
Tough to do.
It's tough to try and explain something like that in 3 minutes. So I would encourage anybody that if they're interested to go to the website and go from there.
Mark, there were no communications, no public hearings. It brought about some old business, some second readings. Yep. And the one that has been postponed time and time again, I couldn't even tell you how many months we've had to say this is postponed. Why? Is the CVS Pharmacy, the second CVS to come into to the city of Florissant. Now, it finally got a second reading tonight, and it did pass.
And it passed. We postponed this the last 4 meetings, and there was just some questions with some other things that happened at the first CVS site that weren't taken care of and weren't resolved to the city's liking, and that's what it was. You hate to say it, but this is our cities, this is our leverage against companies like that sometimes that don't hold to promises and or things that they say they want to do, and they don't do them. Well, once the project is done and completed in their eyes, they tend to just walk away and put things on the back burner. Well, when you have a corporation like this that then comes before you again for another building, you can kind of use this as a little leverage.
Okay.
Now, did it really hurt their scheme overall? I doubt it, but at least we got their attention, and the parties are talking, so at least hopefully we'll get some resolution to some of the questions that we had from the earlier one.
So things are moving
forward. I think
on,
things are moving forward.
Good.
I don't think it's completely solved, but I think the parties are now talking again, or talking, period. So
okay.
I think that'll take care of itself, hopefully.
Okay. Mark, the next one was an ordinance authorizing the transfer of special use permit from Catholic Restaurant to JB&W LLC. They're going to do business as Tropical Grill.
Yep. Yeah, this is just basically another transfer of another little restaurant that we had up on Lindbergh.
Okay.
Just going from one owner and go from one name to another name. So hopefully some of these start to stick and we have a little bit more longevity to some of these. It seems like we're getting a lot of turnover in some of these little mom and pop type restaurants. So hopefully we can build a little bit more on them, and maybe the people will enjoy them and stick around with and actually patronize them. That's what we want to see. I mean, I was sad to see the other day, I was driving down Lindbergh and DeLeo's closed. And that's one I thought was really going to make it. But
well, the restaurant business, it's a hard business.
It's a hard business. It is. It's a very tough business, and especially for smaller operations like these with their mom and pop, and so like I said, I wish them all well in the world, and I would encourage our residents to patronize some of these restaurants because they tend to be very, very good.
Sure
like I said, I really love DeLeo's, and unfortunately I didn't patronize it as much as I wanted to, but I did go there often, and always enjoyed it. So
sure.
I'm sad to see that they're gone.
Then we have an ordinance authorizing the mayor to a user agreement for dispatch equipment for the radio system of St. Louis County.
This is part of the amendments are the, I don't know say it, that was put into place a few years ago by Bill Carabas, at that time Chief Carabas. This is the countywide radio system that's being introduced, that all emergency personnel will be on the same, or have access to the same channels and be able to communicate with one another. This is our portion of it. We'll get all new radio equipment through that, as well as every other city, municipality, police departments, and fire departments will as well. So this is just our way of getting into the contract so we can get the equipment and start.
Everybody's got to be compatible.
I think this is getting ready to go up and run soon, I believe. In fact, I thought sometime this summer it was going to be in operation. So hopefully that'll be good, and we'll have finally this system that we've been waiting years to do. It finally got passed. We finally got the funds for it, and now it was being built, and it's going to come to fruition. So it should help us a lot with emergency personnel.
Terrific. Mark, the next request also turned into a bill for first reading, and this was for a transfer of special use permit from Chicago Market in Delhi, which did business as Chicago Steak and Lemonade over there by Handyman Hardware.
Right.
And it looks like it's transferring to Alma Group, Inc. They do business as Hawaiian Grill.
Another one of these little small restaurants that are trying to make it again. As we talked before, that sometimes these little mom and pop operations tend to struggle a little bit. So again, I wish him well. I would encourage our residents to patronize these restaurants and find out if they like them or not. But hopefully he'll have a winning program
combo
here and willing combo and make a go of it.
Well, we had barbecue restaurants a couple weeks ago,
Yeah, we
and
did.
now we've got some tropical Hawaiian
We got a
themes. So
tropical grill, Hawaiian grill. We already have a Miami grill, so yeah, I guess we've swung from the barbecue places. Now we're going to go a little tropical. So
that's great. That's great.
And I guess that's what everybody's waiting for anyway with this winter we just had. So
That's right.
we're looking forward to something tropical.
Bring out the pina coladas. The last bill for first reading was ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city to enter into and execute a contract with the St. Louis County for a municipal ordinance prosecution in the St. Louis County's municipal courts for health jail diversion program. Tell us a little bit about what's going on here. This is just a first reading, so
Right,
there's not
just
a lot
a
of
first
discussion
reading,
yet.
so we didn't have a whole lot, but the way I understand it, most municipalities, and ours included, are not really set up to handle mentally based problems, be it somebody who has mental problems or was involved with something that came up like that. And you know, our cities just aren't set up for that. We don't have the behavioral scientists on board, the psychologists on board, but the county does. So this is just a way to utilize their resources and be able to allow to send these people over to the county court where they can get proper help and they can get proper dispositions. You know, our courts are set up for the routine traffic violations and housing violations that we know are happen in our city. These type of issues we're just not set up for. We just don't have the resources to handle them or deal with it. And it's not like we're trying to push them off on anybody. What we want to do is give these people the best opportunity that everybody else is afforded. And that is to send them to a court that has those resources that can help them. So that's what we're doing basically. It's going to be a contract out to them. So.
Terrific. It sounds like something's going to be in their benefit.
Yeah, it will be. And this is something that's going on across the county. A lot of municipalities are doing the same thing. So this is the same type of program that a lot of the municipalities are doing the same thing. We're all going to try and do the same thing. And it's the county's welcoming it. So it's not like we're trying to push it on them. They're saying we can do this, let us do this by contract, and it'll be fine. We'll be able to help these people. So
Good.
It should be all good. Win-win for everybody.
Mark, that was really it for the meeting. We had council announcements, and to kind of piggyback on the restaurants coming to town, we've got the Taste of Florissant coming up on Saturday.
Yes, we do.
So
It is
some of
this
these
Saturday.
restaurants that you're getting started and you're transitioning in, make sure that you try to be a part of the Taste of Florissant with the Florissant Valley Chamber of Commerce.
That's Saturday. I think that's Saturday afternoon, I believe. Then also Saturday as well, we have the trivia night for the Explorers, the Police Explorers is Saturday night as well.
That's
And council has a table. We'll be in attendance for that. So that's always a good time. We were there last year and We didn't win it, but we didn't show bad either. I think we were right up in the top 10. So we're not all so stupid. Hopefully the council can have a good showing and we do all right. But no, that's always a lot of fun. It's always a good crowd, large crowd. It was last year, so hopefully this year it will be too for the Police Explorers. So that'll be good. And then the parade's going on this weekend. Everybody knows that. Big St. Patrick's Day is going to go on, so we know we got the parades downtown.
Yes. We
got the parade, the newest parade now over in Cowderville, which turned out to be a very big and nice parade. And then Tuesday will be the big dog for a lot of us, and that's always the parade that's in Dogtown, the true St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah.
So, but it'll be good. It's always a fun time at St. Patrick's Day, and as long as the weather holds out,
which, cross our fingers, it looks like it will.
people have fun. So this will be a good weekend for everybody to get out and enjoy the parades, the Taste of Florissant, trivia night if you happen to be going to that too. So it'll be good.
Mark, what else is going on in your ward? What can Florissant residents expect to see here in the next 6
really
months or
not a
so?
whole lot going on in my ward. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago when I was here, and there's really not much going on. We've kind of stagnated a little bit with this Plasma Madrid. That was something that everybody's been looking forward to, and it's just kind of it's not dead, it's just moving very slowly. I think the gentlemen that are putting this together want to still do it. They're having a little problems with some of the financing due to some other things that happened in the city last year. So it's just, I think it's kind of a wait and see period. I think we just got to kind of wait this out a little bit and let them try and get their financing put together so it can go forward.
Okay.
But I understand they are still committed to it. They still want to do it. So it just might take just a little bit longer than what we anticipated. So, but it seems to be a go. That's the best hope I can give you right now. But other than that, really not much else is going on. I guess I would encourage people. We know we got the big election coming up here in April,
Yes,
municipal
glad you mentioned
elections in Florissant as well as other places. But I would encourage everybody to get out and vote. I would also encourage you, if you are not registered to vote, you have until Wednesday, the 11th, to get registered to be and allowed to vote in the April election. So I would encourage everybody to get out and vote.
Get out and vote.
It's your
that's a good
constitutional
thing.
right, so
Yes, sir.
please use it.
Well, Mark, we appreciate your time for the show. Again, there wasn't much of a meeting to cover, but you still stuck around and
We did it, yeah.
and got to go through this a little bit for the residents so they could better understand the government in action and what was happening tonight.
Always nice to do.
Thank you. And thank you for watching. I'm Russell Inman. You've been watching Council Action. We'll see you next time.